All right, welcome back to episode number 6 of Budget Your Energy. If you don't know by now, you can find almost 50 writings on Substack, substack.com/Budget Your Energy or Raven Rudolph. I'd be very interested to know where you are listening to this. Is it on YouTube? Is it on Spotify? Maybe Apple Podcasts, possibly Patreon. If you haven't checked out any of the things I have mentioned, feel free to run across. But getting right into it, I think today I would love to talk about a beautiful little concept called selfless versus selfish. And what do the two mean? I feel that this conversation is very interesting to have with people. I really enjoy when I get to have open-minded conversations and gather different opinions and different ideas and different understandings of either the concept or the words or anything in between. And yeah, I enjoy the conversations around this because a lot of time we go through life, and again, this is about budgeting your energy, right? So we go and we just give, and that's not a bad thing before any confusion. It's definitely nothing wrong with giving. But I do think a lot deeper when I know that people that give so much but then are still sad or do not feel that they have received anything from it. And I'm not talking about money, or I'm not talking about, instant gratification and rewards, but sometimes just, the good feeling that comes with doing something good. So for example, you help out a lot of people, and then you just go home and feel drained and passed out, and then you get to work and you are tired and upset or just, as I say, drained of energy. However, sometimes you can have low energy, go do something good, go play football with orphanage or orphan kids or whatever it could be. You can go do this goodness, and then you get like a little smile and a conversation or whatever it is, and that makes you feel good, which gives you energy in order to carry on with the other tasks of your life. And the main conversation here really is, how do we ensure there is some form of balance? And we go back into budgeting energy. We go back into, you have a finite amount of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred. So you get this energy, you get this income of energy, your salary. It comes into your bank account or your body, your temple. And from that, you decide what to do with it. Do you spend it being awake all the time? Do you spend it running marathons? Do you spend it sleeping all the time? However you want to. There's so many different options. But do you finish your energy before you get to get more in? Do you finish everything that you have to give and then have nothing for yourself? Sometimes you're in, you have a relationship with a friend or family or partner, whatever it could be, but you have this ability to expend all your energy and then a way to get it back, or to get some back straight away. That's okay. And sometimes you're alone and you don't have these people around you, maybe expat life. And then how do you find other ways? What do you do to fill up this energy bank balance that you have? And I know for me, sometimes I play sport, and sometimes about the people I hang out with, and sometimes hanging out with the wrong people just sucks the energy out of me. And this is something that I had to learn, and that's where we get back into the original selfish versus selfless. Sometimes you need to be selfish towards yourself. And if you are around people that say that you taking time for yourself or to make yourself feel good, or away from a crowd in order to rejuvenate, or not be at the latest and greatest place because you actually have something to do for yourself, if you're around people that are against that, then I would advise that you relook at your circles and the people that you're around. But sticking to the point, sometimes you have to be selfish towards yourself in order to give more later on. So if you do not figure out this balance of energy within yourself, if you do not figure out how to sustain energy, you will not have anything to give. So you can't be selfless later on and give and be energetic for other people and be what everyone else wants you to be and give what everyone needs to receive if you haven't been able to build that within yourself. Yes, you can fake it. Yes, you can go into situations and be happy, clappy and all that, but will it be authentic? Will your efforts not reach the rewards, but will they reach the kind of level of, how can I say, will they reach the place where they are authentically changing people's lives or giving people energy, or they're just going to be passing moments where that person can even say, well, this person's, they're just doing this for me to tick a box or anything like that. So sometimes you have to be selfish with your time and energy in order to give more to others. Because again, just like the bank balance, you might have a finite amount of energy, but you don't have, so i.e. a salary coming in, but you don't have any limits on that amount of energy. So whatever you get in, it's not like you're going to have a limit. You're not a glass of water and then once the water is filled with the glass, it just overflows out. Or maybe that's a great analogy. Maybe it does overflow. The more energy you put into yourself, the more it overflows and gets to other people. That's possibly how it works. I mean, I'm trying to figure it out as we go. But point being, there's nothing wrong with having too much energy coming your way. I think there's a problem with having too little, no energy left over, or trying to give when you have nothing to give. And if you can set some habits and routines in place, or procedures or moments for yourself, if you could set those aside to ensure that you do overflow sometime, that your glass is as full as it can be so that it starts flowing. And so you become selfish in the beginning in order to build a person, or to build a character, or to build something that everyone else, or someone that everyone else can benefit from. If you're not correct, what do they say always? If you want to change the world, start by changing yourself. And I'm not really talking about change, I'm more talking about maintenance. If you want to maintain this persona of entertaining everyone else's needs, not entertaining them, entertaining their needs, you will need to ensure that you are fit to perform. If you want to play a sports match, and you want to give the team the player that they need, you want to make the moves that they need, be as strong and as fit and all that they need, you have to make sure that you put time aside in order to grow that part of you to be that player that is needed. And it's the same in life. You have to work on yourself in order to be what everyone else needs. You can't just keep giving everyone what they need and not be able to rejuvenate and recover. And if you find yourself in a position where you're saying, I have to go do this now because they need it, or I have to go to this event because people are wanting because for a good cause and all that, that's great. But are you in a position to make that decision? Are you in a position that you are benefiting the beneficiaries? Are you benefiting yourself? It's just this concept of giving to be a good person, but not actually fulfilling the role of a good person because you're not as fit as you could be for that role. And that's not anyone's fault, and I hope this doesn't come out as, Buddy Your Energy and Raven are saying that you can't give to people. Not at all. I just want to make sure that the foundations are built before we put the roof on. I have been in many positions, especially working in hospitality and stuff, where you have to perform. You're entertaining all the time. You're entertaining the guests. You're entertaining your staff. You're entertaining your managers, up, down, in front, around, whatever you need. So you're giving all this energy away to, not giving it away, but you are giving it out. You're spending all this energy is probably a better way to put it. And then do that, you do it at certain times in your life, in your 20s or whatever. You can do it forever. You have one espresso and you can go for 6 days. It's fine. And then you get a little bit older and that natural energy subsides. And there is a time where rest is needed in order to perform. So is it to take a holiday? Is it to disappear? How do we be selfish with our time? I don't even think selfish is the word, because lock yourself in your house and play music, draw, do that puzzle that you've always wanted to do but are too busy. Go walk on that beach that you've never been able to experience. Go spend some money on a holiday that you've dreamt about since you were a kid but always been too busy with life and everyone else to do that. Write a story that you've always had on your mind. These are all creative things. Go play basketball on a pickup court. You like doing washing? Do washing. Clean the house. Well, there's so many different things. I can't tell you what makes you happy, but take that item or that, how can I say, activity that enlightens you and put that into your week. Not just once every 2 months. Obviously the traveling and stuff you can't. Maybe you can. If you can do it every week, that's perfect. Certain things you can do every week, certain things take time. Okay, we'll keep that there. But these things that are manageable and possible, add them into your schedule. Spend time with those things. It might be watching a movie. It might be scrolling YouTube. Whatever. But put that into your routines and block some self. Have some meetings with yourself. We have this massive schedule. Calendar invites left, right and center. No traveling in between, so there is no breaks. You just go from one meeting to another. So you converse with people in China, you converse with people in Amsterdam, whatever it could be. And then there's no space to rest or rejuvenate. Again, going back to a sports analogy, you've got your games are spread over a whole season, not just one day where you play back to back to back to back to back to back to back. So as I was saying, schedule a meeting with yourself. You don't have to name it anything if you're worried that work is watching it or whoever can see it, but just schedule a meeting, an hour with yourself, so that you're unavailable on your calendar. If someone overlaps that meeting, you have the choice to slide it up or change a day, but it's there. It will be done within the day or the week or however you need. And then take that time to, like I say, meet yourself, be with yourself, or in company, or something to give yourself energy so that you can be more selfless later. When people then say, this week's going to be tough, we're launching a new product, 7 to 8 days straight of work, you'll be ready. When there is an event, that's helping the community, local community, you won't be tired and fatigued. You'll be ready to give. When there's an opportunity, also just opportunities in general, we normally notice them when we're in the right frame of mind, in the right state. There's no way, but it is less likely that you're going to notice opportunities to be better or to give more or to be more selfless when you are absolutely tired. tired is the wrong word. Let's just say out of energy. So you focus on yourself for a bit. Work out in your mind. Work out your soul. Go to build a foundation that can carry all your needs and wants. And then get back to enjoying giving. And I think that's the main point of all of this, is to enjoy giving because you don't feel like it's taking anything away from you. Enjoy giving people your time because you feel like you have enough to give and you have enough for yourself. Enjoy being a saint in many people's eyes because it doesn't feel like a chore. It feels almost, better than going out or entertaining yourself. It feels like entertainment for yourself. I think with that different frame of mind, you are able to just reuse the words that are, as I say, selfish. Being selfish. Selfish can be a bad word and have negative connotations. I agree, in certain ways. And let's go back to the money, because I'm gonna cut myself off there. Go back to money. If someone comes to you and asks you for 100, whatever your currency is, let's just say 100 euros, and you have 10 euros, how do you give that person 100 euros? But if you have worked on yourself and you're in a position where you have 1,000 euros, are you able to give 10% of that 100 to whoever's asking for it? Now, if you have 10% of your personal energy, let's say 100 kilojoules. If you have 100 and someone asks you for 100, you can give everything and be left with nothing, or you can work on yourself and build yourself into a position of having 1,000 kilojoules and then giving to 100 when needed to people who deserve it, because you have more to give and you have more coming in. You can't give what you don't have, but you can create a person, an environment, a brand. You can create a version of you that has a lot to give. So please don't get the two mixed up. I'm not saying do not give. I think giving time and energy is more important than giving money. I think giving money can be good in certain situations, but the time and energy to create a community and put people together and watch and benefit together, I think that's very important. And I would love to see more of that from more people. I think I've got a lot of special people in my life that do that, and I think it's amazing. But I would like you to be conscious of your energy as well, because I do the same to me, and people, like I say, people say, oh, it's so selfish of you not to, put these 2 hours of your day onto this task. And I'm like, okay, but I don't have the energy to give you the person you need there. I'm a work in progress myself. There's things going on in my life that I'm not telling you. I'm only telling you that I don't have what you need. And I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to get it so that I can come back stronger and give it to you. I'm not saying I'll never give it to you. I'm only saying I don't have it right now. So that's that. That's my ramble, my rumble jumble. This will come out on Sunday, so happy Sunday when we get there. I would love to hear your opinion on those two words, and if you have got to the end of this, and when I say no, not your opinion on those two words, but your definitions of them. Don't Google them, don't look them up. I could be wrong, actually. I could go Google after this and realize that I'm completely wrong, but yeah, I would love to know your definitions of selfish and selfless in positive and negative connotations, and how you view them, how you can use those two. Do you agree with my definition or opinion on the matter, or not? I'm happy either way. As I say, have a fantastic Sunday. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for budgeting some for me. And just have a great day ahead and a strong week after that. Peace.